Right. As you know, I write these notes for the podcast months in advance, and I'm just going through these notes now, and I'm thinking, oh, I remember this day. I remember this day. It was cold. It was winter. By the way, it's episode 765, and it's March the 31st. Wow. Where's the bloody year going? Anyway, so it's March 31st, episode 765, and I remember actually this happening. And my notes are, yeah, every time you behave below your expectations, look at the reason why. And sometimes it's not what you think. Most of the time, it's not what you think. So every time you behave below your expectations, look at the reason why. And the reason why I wrote this was because I remember I was rushing one morning and I put Zach under pressure, my eldest. I put you under pressure. And I was like, come on, get your score. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And I put him under pressure for school because I walk him to school every day. And I put him under pressure. But and then by putting him under pressure, he didn't like it. He started crying. I was like, come on, don't cry. We need to go. We're late. Come on. And it put us all on the back foot because I thought at that split second, I thought Zach was messing around and taking his time to get the scooter. And in reality, he wasn't. Because I had to look at, right, okay, what did you do there, Dean? And why did you behave that way? I behaved below my expectations. And it's not like I shouted at him or anything like that. I was nasty or mean, but I put him under pressure. And especially when you go into school, you want him to be in the best frame of mind possible. You don't want to be anxious. You don't want him to be focusing anything else of a positivity. I always say that when we're leaving for the day, to set yourself up for a winning day, you need to be in a good frame of mind. Your mentality needs to be good. It needs to be the best it possibly can be. And that day, I didn't set him up for success. I put pressure on him, and I was like, "Come on, let's go." And he was crying, he was upset, and instead of like, "Oh, but he's okay," I was so worried about getting him to school on time that I put pressure on him, and it upset him. And I feel guilty even now. I didn't shout him or anything like that, but I didn't set him up. I wasn't the best version of myself. I didn't set him up for success for that day. And I'm a great believer in you set yourself up for success for the day, as you guys know. And so I wanted to look at the reason why. Why did I behave below my expectations? And it wasn't anything to do with Zach. It wasn't him messing around. It was me. It was on me because I was late in the morning because I was doing a podcast. I was doing one of these podcasts, and therefore, when I came out of the room that I was doing my podcast in, I was in a bit of a rush. And so therefore, because I was in a rush, I put the pressure on him. I put the emphasis on him to rush, to improve, to get going quickly. And it wasn't down to him at all. It was down to me and me being late and me trying to squeeze in one more thing in that morning. And I shouldn't have done. If I wouldn't have done that podcast, I'd have been 5 minutes earlier, 10 minutes earlier, whatever it may be. And so I shouldn't have done that. It was on a Monday as well. Mondays are always the worst day because you're not only setting yourself up for the day, on Mondays, you're setting yourself up for the week. And again, I'm a big believer in that. And so every time you behave towards somebody or do something that is below your expectations, look at the reason why. There is always an underlying reason. And it's not the person you're venting at. It's not the person you're frustrated at. It's not the person you're taking it out on. It's something that happened previous to that. What is that? And you can only improve if you understand the reasons why you've done something. And so when I behave below my expectations, but below where I want to be, I want to understand why, because I put myself on a pedestal and I want my kids to put me on a pedestal. I want my family to put me on a pedestal. And so if I behave a little bit below that, I want to know what the reason is. Why did I do that? Why did I behave such a dick? What did I do? What happened to me before that to change my mindset, change my mentality, to make me behave like that, or to influence me to behave like that? What was it? And then when I know what it is, I can counteract it. I can make sure that it doesn't happen again. I can improve. I can learn. I can iterate. I can make sure I'm not in the same position again. Like exactly the podcasting. I know that I don't want to put pressure on Zach and the kids and everything. And so I'm going to make sure that I stop podcasting at a certain time, because otherwise it puts too much pressure on everybody else and I influence everybody else. And then who knows, Zach might go to school, and because of the pressure I put him under, then he might be mean to somebody else because of the things that I've done to him, because he's feeling bad. And so then he might behave badly to somebody else, and then somebody else might behave badly to somebody else because of what Zach did. And so you never ever know what somebody else is going through. It's never, you've got to be also, you've got to be very, very careful. But when you're behaving to somebody, when somebody's behaving badly to you, sorry, Claire was just coming to tell me the lunch is ready. When you're behaving badly to somebody else, or someone else is behaving badly to you, it's not you as the problem, it's something else. There's an episode, search on my podcast called Who Cat Are You Kicking? It's a really, really good episode. And it's a really good mindset. And so, yeah, it's not you that somebody else is mad with. If somebody else has been a dick to you or been mean or whatever, if your wife isn't, it's not you. It's something else that has happened prior to that. And the more we understand that, the more that we can show kind consideration and caring and empathize, then the better all society will be. Anyway, my friends, that is all I've got for you today. Tomorrow, we are talking about life and bad endings. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.